What is up, Zenians? Tree City West here with episode number 89, the XENIFY launch follow-up. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. My voice sounds super cool because I'm kind of sick, but we're hanging in here. Let's get these levels adjusted. Man, that space got me fired up, man. I'm sick of people coming at the developers in the community trying to scare everybody away. Like, chill the fuck out. Like, I understand, you know, I want Zen to be known as the community that's hard on developers because they're not following first principles. You know, they're not following, best practices. They're doing unsafe practices, rug pulls and losing money. But when we have like a legitimate product that's been in the product for 6 months and the light paper's been out for, 6 months, and the dev is doing KYC and attending this Twitter space to answer everyone's questions, and we just attack them and say, fuck this project. It says in this audit from 3 months ago that the contract's not renounced. And it's like, you can check that on chain to see that it's renounced. Like, I understand what you're saying when you're talking about the high level ideas that, DeFi is not centralized. What happens, and OKX is the perfect example of that, where they can break the chain and edit the chain so it's not truly immutable. If all the Ethereum, if they changed Ethereum, they could write out a contract and all that. So, I mean, at a very, very high level, that kind of stuff, DeFi is truly not centralized. But that's kind of like saying like, oh yeah, socialism works. It doesn't really, it sounds cool in practice, but when you try to do it in real life, it turns into a dictatorship real quick. So that's kind of where we're at. So in the space, we just had Simran in there from XENIFY trying to answer the questions, clear up a lot of the FUD around YSL and, why is the ratio all thrown up? And there's a lot of thrown off, and there's a lot of legitimate questions. But don't come in there and saying, is this decentralized? Like, who fucking cares if it's decentralized? Obviously it's decentralized. Like, if the contract's renounced, if it's fully immutable, they can't change anything in the contract. You can go on chain and see that there's no owners on the contract. What are you asking? Like, do the research. You've had 6 months to look into this. Ask the real questions. Ask the real, why'd that YSL token dump yesterday? That's the real question we should have been asking. Why are there what's the liquidity situation, with this whole YSL thing? That's what I want to know. I want to know what are the plans there? Why with the ratio all thrown off and everything? There's real questions that need to be asked, and shout out to the people that are asking the real questions. But when we come in here and we're trying to talk about XENIFY, and all we hear is DBZen and Bitcoin and decentralization, and these same 3 words over and over again, it's like, come on, man, not this again. And I know I'm not the only one that feels it. Like, there's actual things to talk about, and it's also a thing to talk about those topics. I mean, those are very real topics, true decentralization and P2P and all that. But not when we're sitting here talking about a cross-chain DEX that's been live for 6 months and they're launching a token that everyone has known about. Now's not the time. Don't come in here fudding and talking all this shit, talking over everybody. It got me fired up. Secondhand embarrassed, and Rolando, like, you feel embarrassed, but you were one of the loudest spoken people against it, but you did it the right way. You were asking the right questions. You weren't in there saying, this isn't Bitcoin, this isn't DBZ. You had legitimate questions, and we did some research, and we wanted to look into it together. That's how it should be. You got to have civil discourse. You can't just start talking over everybody and start shouting decentralize. I'm fired up.
Shut the fuck up.
God damn. It's become a meme. It's so much of a meme that I have a fucking Clio sound clip on my board. Anyways. So that's what I was referring to on this tweet here when I responded to Crypto Bro. Also, this guy. Who is this guy? You're the biggest animal you've ever given out VMPX, and you're done with it. You're gonna get it, and your family's gonna get it. I think he's talking to Jack, but he did this on my. I was like, what? But I said to Crypto Bro, 100% the same characters hog the mic and make it a generally painful experience for everyone in it. It's one thing to say that the Zenians are hard on developers for the sake of first principles of crypto, and it's another to be disrespectful, repeat buzzwords over and over with no contributions to the eco. And no basis in reality. Shout out to XenMaps. He's one of the real ones holding it down in the spaces, man. I love when that guy's talking. He keeps it real. Very cool dude. So anyways, shout out to the 13 watchers. Welcome to the stream. We got a lot to talk about today. Got some follow-ups. We're gonna take a look at XENIFY, see how we did on day one. But as always, let's get started with the crypto bubbles here. I was kind of bummed too. Right before the stream started, one of my miners went offline, and it just says it's offline. I don't even know if I canned it. I might have just kept it because it's such a good price. I don't want to lose the price, but they took me offline. I had two A4000s for like 20 cents. Oh, we're back. We're back. Okay, so this is good. I'm glad this is happening on stream. Because it went offline, so they must have lost power, rebooted their system or something. So I wonder if actually let's log into the VPS because I have the script running there. XenBlocks blockchain similar to Caspa. I mean, hopefully, you know, that's a high ambition. Hopefully one day, at least in market cap, you know, and adoption and everything. You know, Caspa's there's a lot of buzz around it right now. I'm not necessarily speaking in tech or anything. You know, just kind of Caspa is becoming a household name the last couple months. Okay, so this is interesting here. Check this out. So I got my two miners. This is my script that monitors everything. This is what creates the block explorer. This is how the records get in the block explorer. And then this is my miner, and it says one of them's under 50%, and that's the one that just rebooted. So it's not running the full GPU power that it should be. So let's go log into it. I was about to look at the charts, but now I'm getting in XenBlocks. I'm starting to get really hyped for XenBlocks, and I really want to learn how to do this node, you know. So we're gonna go through that tonight. We need them out of here. You know, it's funny you say that, crypto dude. You know, because Bitcode came in there. He was talking about decentralization. Didn't he leave the ecosystem? Like, didn't he tell Jack he's never coming to a Zen space? You know, he's never. So he comes back and starts yelling at the first developer that does an AMA. He just pops in there. Welcome back, Bitcode. Like, come on. You guys got to be fucking kidding me. Like, if you're done, leave us the fuck alone. Or if you want to be a value member of the community, then do it. But that's not the way. I think it's hilarious when they act like they know more than everyone. I've been doing crypto for 20 years. Okay. All right, cool. We're back online. So they must have had an internet outage or something because my machine didn't go offline. My mining didn't stop, but I do have some timeouts here because the internet was offline. So they might have rebooted their modem or changed over internets or something. So these are both going full speed. So it must be the other one. Let's go log into the other one here. All right. So one of these miners is probably going to be slower than the other. So this is a 4x A4000. So I got 4 A4000 cards on this one. And one of them's probably super slow. Oh, did I connect to the right one? Wait a second. Ah, shit. Fucking it up now. Time to FUD the fudders. Hell yeah. Like, I thought you guys said you were leaving. You're taking your Zen crypto off your plane and you're never coming back to a Twitter space, and you know, then they can't seem to get rid of you. They take our good vibes away. I agree, man. I agree. And I like listening to them sometimes. You know, they have good perspectives. But when we're just trying to have a lighthearted MFA and you come in barking about decentralization and 3-month-old audit that's talking about how it's not open source because the contract's not launched, how are they supposed to verify the contract if it's not launched yet? And it says that in the comments. Like, it's, you had to go back a page and read the whole thing. Anyways, I'm fired up. I'm not trying to talk shit. All right. Completely skipped the TA and such. We got to get back to that. I just want to see what's happening with this miner because it did reboot. Now I'm having some trouble connecting to it. So it is online. So I am paying 38 cents, but it says one of them's pretty slow. So let's see. Ordy's going nuts. It's fun. I have like a half an Ordy stuck in my Unisat wallet. I bought it when it was like $6. So let's see, are one of these slower? Yeah, look at this. This is weird. I got two slow ones. So I got this one doing 1100 hashes. This one's doing 1100 hashes, but this one's only doing 700 and this one's only doing 900. So that's something environmental. Maybe that specific card's bad. I've had to restart this specific card a couple times. Oh no. Oh no. Terminate called after throwing in an invalid logic error. Invalid jobs per block. Yeah. Let's give it the reboot. Maybe I did it too quick. Let's see. Aborted core dumped. God damn it. You motherfucker. That card needs to reboot. Yeah, look at Ordy. If we take a look at crypto bubbles, and this is the daily chart up 50%. That's nuts. $33. Holy shit. Wow. I was not kidding. You are not kidding, crypto dude. That's insane. $33 for Ordy. You could have minted 1,000 or 10,000. Where were the batches? Were they 1,000 or 10? I think there were 1,000 batches, and you could mint 1,000 for $5, and that would be worth $33,000 now. Wow. Shout out to the people that held their Ordy. I bought it at $6 and I sold it when it hit like 10. Sounds about right. So we got Ordy, we got WeMix over here, 12%. We got Celestia. I keep harping on Celestia. Up to $9. That's exciting. Up 270 cents, 270% on the month. We got all kinds of big movers. Not too much red, a lot of pump and a lot of altcoins pumping. These are the big, a lot of what these coins that we see today that are pumping, these are going to be the big altcoins this season, this next bull run. So, you know, you have your staples, you have your Chainlink, your Cardano, your Solana. You know, these are like the top 20, you know, the top, Theta, Mana, Aave. These have been staples in crypto for years. But then you have things like the new ones, where you have like this will be the first bull run for Arbitrum and Optimism, layer 2s. We also have some new ones like Rollbit. Rollbit's a really new project. You know, the gambling degens are going to want to get into that. Rocket Pool, all the liquid staking derivatives that came after the merge, you know, over a year ago. So there's all of these different types of but the market's kind of moving in tandem today, and the bigger movers are likely going to be the winners. So that's crazy. What's Bitcoin doing? Did we? I know. Last I checked, we were at 39,500. Yeah, we're still there. Whew. That is wild. I did not expect that. Did not expect. This is the 1 minute chart, so we got all the way up to 39,750. Yee. That's insane.
He's on fire!
Look at that. And that doesn't get much more bullish than that. So that's super interesting. So we drew this coming up to the top. It kind of hung out there for a couple hours. That's like a day or so. And then poof, big old candle this morning around 11 a.m. And it's just going now. I mean, you see it. I said if it comes back down, it's going to bounce off this golden pocket here. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. And now we're starting to get this curve, this like parabolic curve where it, that's a beautiful sign. It is a beautiful thing. We can probably draw a new, so you see it kind of hit this level, 39,700. We could probably draw Fibonacci to see where it is going to retrace, just like a little one. Maybe just to the top here. So let's draw that and let's zoom in here. Let's see. So yeah, that's insane. I couldn't see this price action when I was zoomed out, but when we zoom into the 5 minute, you can see it's clearly bouncing perfectly off this golden pocket. That looks like a double bottom on the 5 minute. Now the 5 minute, you can't really do real TA on the 5 minute, but that's a nice uptrend here, making higher lows. It's a beautiful thing to see. Is my phone ringing? What's happening? Anyways. So yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's go take a look at Ordi. I want to see what that chart looks like. Was there some news or something? I wonder. Oh god. First result, OKX. Buh. I love it when we talk about the golden pocket. Hell yeah. Fibonacci's. I don't really care about the other levels. It's all about the golden pocket for me. That's why, you know, if you look at my Fibonacci tool here. Just kidding. Let's try that again. So what you can do, you can turn off different levels and color them and stuff. So I kind of customized mine to where I turned the golden pocket, which is the 618 to the 65, orange, and then I turned off everything else pretty much except the top and the bottom. So it just very clearly shows me the golden pocket, like in the Fibonacci retracement. Ordi is an ordinal called Ordi. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, it's one of the, it's popular like Sats. Sats was Ordi was, that's crazy. It was $6 like 6 months ago. And now it's sitting at 33 bucks. That is nuts. Got all the way up to $34, and it is kind of funny. I have a half of one stuck in my Unisat wallet that I couldn't send. And I bought some on, what was that exchange? BitGet. They were one of the first centralized exchanges to have a bunch of BRCs that you could buy and actually withdraw. So that's the key with the centralized exchanges. If you are looking to buy some Ordi or some Sats or some, you know, VMPX, you can buy them on the centralized exchanges, but make sure you can actually withdraw them as BRC20s. That's the key. So, I just have like a half of 0.53 Ordi just stuck here. I don't even think I can transfer it. I don't want to do that now. It's probably way too expensive. What's up, Crypto Bro? Welcome, welcome. Man, you missed my rant. You might want to go back a few minutes. I was going in. The Twitter space got me fired up. So we're trying to chill out. So let's go take a look at Deck Screener, see what's happening around the Zen ecosystem, and then we're going to take a look at building the node. I have not looked at the new node yet, so I'm kind of curious what happens there. Zen's looking pretty strong, still hanging out at 605. Wow, look at that. How's that for confluence? It came in right almost in the middle of that intersection there. That's interesting. I mean, Zen's just kind of doing its thing here. Not too much happening. Zone's up 4.7% at 2029. It's exciting to see. It's the 1 minute chart. You can see it's just bouncing, making higher lows. That's exciting. We got a new higher low here. Picking up the pace a little bit. That's exciting. That's good to see. DBZen still under $1, sitting at 95 cents. Still inside of our pattern. Looks like we did have a big dumper there. I'm not sure what happened. That was yesterday. Might have been the end of the lobby, but man, I want to catch one of these wicks down to 60 cents so bad. That'd be so cool. Hell yeah. A DBZen down 10%, B DBZen down 22%. Man, it might be time to buy some Binance DBZen. We can kind of adjust this pattern. And it's coming down to when it comes down to the bottom of the, it's just, are the rewards going to be there? That's my big question now. I always had no problem because we had the burners. Yeah, look at that. That's so funny. You got this here, and then you can just move it here. So what do you think it's going to do if we if we interpolate it? Isn't that what it's called? Interject it there. Phantom DBZen up 15%, still in the range. PDBZen at 24 cents, still in the range. And this is another one. We could literally just move this sideways. Still bouncing around. Titan X up 30%. So that's kind of interesting. Jesus. I said it on the show last night. I had my first Titan X miner. It was due on December 1st. And ended up being worth, I turned 0.1 into like $400. So that was pretty cool. Or no, it wasn't 0.1. It was like 0.05 into $400. So it's basically $100 into $400. And I said on the stream last night, I'm like, I'm either gonna regret this and look back at this like, man, that was that stupid moment. But the more I thought about it, the more sense it made. So I went ahead and dumped my miner, pulled the tokens out. I didn't stake it. And the reason I did that is because I had the profits in that moment. So I took the profits. It paid for my other 5 miners. So I'm already break even. So I basically have 5 Titan X miners coming for free. I took the profit out, and they're basically moon bags. So on the first of every month for the next 5 months, I'll have a Titan X miner coming that I basically didn't pay for because of the last one. So I don't regret taking those profits, even though I sold right here. So right when there was that little red candle, I was like, that looks like a top there. We sold it on the stream last night, which I'm fine with it. I have no regrets. I'm cool with that. But I missed out on another 20%. It's all good there. YSL, taking a dump. Another dump. What the hell? This is what we needed to be talking about in the Twitter space, not decentralization and why is it not like DBZen. We needed to ask, why does your fucking token look like this? And why is it when this price dumps, they get a better ratio? If you're thinking about burning some Zen and XENIFY, just come over here and buy some YSL. You know, $6. Let's go take a look. We'll go pivot over to XENIFY before we start the node. Shout out to the 16 watchers. Thank you guys for being here, taking some time on your Saturday night. We're just chilling. So we'll go ahead and switch over to the Arbitrum network. I'm curious, did you guys get any airdrop on Arbitrum? I'm not sure how I did, but I use the swap regularly. So I was able to get 21 XNF yesterday. But I participated in the ETH auction. I participated in the swap auction. I participated in the YSL auction. I did not burn any Zen. So once I found that little YSL hack, I only did the ETH in the YSL. I kept all my Zen. I didn't burn any Zen. So we got 6 accrued ETH in the auction dashboard. Next distribution. Apparently I didn't get any. I don't know what happened there. I'm not too sure here what's happening. But so one batch is 10 million VZen. Let's figure this out real quick. What's the cheapest way to burn? Is it, I forget what the consensus was. Was it base? Was it Moonbeam or something? But we'll just use need the light paper. Need to get those ratios. Okay, so it's 1-to-1 with Zen. So let's just use Zen. Zen's probably, the Ethereum one is the most expensive. So we'll just go 1-to-1. So if I want to burn if I want to burn a single batch of Ethereum Zen, it'll cost, I'll need 10 million because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So what does 10 million ETH Zen cost? So that's $5. So if you want to burn one batch on Ethereum with the Ethereum Zen, you know, you use you do the thing, You get your VZen via the swap. It's basically $5 of ETH, of Zen ETH, for one batch. Now, how much is that equivalent to YSL? So the YSL is 0.01. So if I want to burn one batch of YSL, or one batch of YSL, I only need 0.01 YSL. So what's the price of that right now? Let's go take a look. So it costs basically $5 of ETH to get one batch. Or I can get one batch by burning 6 cents of YSL. So yeah, I agree. That Spaces was dope watching the dev clap back. You just kind of like, what are you looking at? That was so good. You know, it's like, can you go back a page and read the page before this where we added the comment that says this isn't a deployed contract yet? Like, this has been out for months. Like, why are we doing this live in the space? If you have real questions, ask them, but don't come in here acting like an expert when you didn't read the white paper until after the launch. You know, you see me and bruh in here. I pulled up the white paper 6 months ago. I knew about the VZen and all that. You know, I didn't know about the changes, and I wasn't prepared, but I understood that the YSL token was getting a portion, and it's not, you know, there's people saying they made that community up a couple days ago and they added this whole thing. It's like, nah, bro, nah, that's not how it happened. But you can see here, so this is the question that should have been asked in the spaces to the developer. Why did the YSL token dump like this? And why is the ratio so off? So like, if you want to burn $5 a Zen, you'll get one batch. Or if you want one batch, you burn 6 cents of YSL. So why would anyone ever burn their Zen? Well, it's because they want people to buy the YSL and pump the coin. So when people buy the YSL because it's a better ratio, it works out, you know. It'll pump their coin, they get the exit liquidity, we get the cheaper batches. Now this is where it gets interesting. So it was 1-to-1 at launch, which is way up here at $261. So at $261, it would have been $5 a YSL equals $5 a Zen. But because of this rug pull that is just going unexplained, nobody's asking about this. Now this ratio, you only need 6 cents of YSL for one batch. Or you need $5 of Zen for one batch. That's the problem. That's the problem with XENIFY. But regardless, I mean, it's an amazing swap. It's an amazing product. Even if you don't want to participate in the token, they still have their decks that we've been testing. We still get the airdrop of the XNF. Like, this is not news. This is old news. Like, this is old stuff. You got to pay attention. So this is where I'm not paying attention. So now I have like these XNF rewards, and I don't know what to do with them. Do I claim them? Is claiming it like DBZen? Like, am I on staking it when I claim it? I don't know. Let's see here. How much hash per dollar are you getting? I was just taking a look at that. So I got these 6 A4000s. This is like 60 cents. And I'm getting about 6,000 hashes, 7,000 hashes. So it's pretty low, to be honest, because difficulty is so high. But yeah, I'm getting like 5 or 6,000 hashes for 60 cents. The prices are all goofed up on Vast now. It's crazy how like all over the place it is. So, all right. Well, that's the big thing with. So what does this mean? Back to this. This display. Does I have a mouse? This display shows your XNF rewards, which are earned through either ETH or swap auctions. Please note these rewards are subject to a 1-year lock. Use Claim All and Recycle to collect XNF, VXNF, and recycle ETH rewards in one transaction. This finds the best route to cover fees by burning batches. Then it uses 90% of the remaining ETH to buy and burn XNF, thereby increasing scarcity. So why can I claim but not claim and recycle? What I want to claim, I need to look into that. I need to look into that. What is VXNF? So is this on Arbitrum? This one might not be launched yet. And that's just my own shortcoming. I'm not in there yelling at Simran about my own idiocy, my own lack of understanding. I'm not in there saying they didn't make it clear. I'm the one saying that I didn't read it. You're paying $1.90 for 13,000. Yeah, that's about right. Trying to get a super block. Do you not have one yet, Cray? Shout out to the 26 watchers. Welcome. Now that the view count's going up, we're gonna bore the shit out of you guys because I'm getting ready to set up this new node. I'm pretty excited about it. So let's do it. I am going to set it up on my VPS and we are going to get this going. So we got our Contabo here. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh yeah. Let's go and switch to the small cam. Try to XNF is locked for 1 year. Do we get rewards for it? I'm not sure. I don't really understand. Why does it say I can claim it if it's locked for 1 year? Bump this font up here. Oof, it's ugly. Try to make it more visible for you guys. Oh, I see. Ah. Come on, putty. There we go. Is that big enough? Okay, so let's do it. Find my notes here. Open up the Telegram, see if we got a link to the GitHub over here. There we go. And while I pull this up, if you guys want, you can head over to XenMaps.io and you can join the Telegram. I didn't add it to I didn't update. Scratch that. If you actually head over to, here, I'll just throw it in the chat real quick. If you guys want to join it's on the Twitter, the XenMaps Twitter. But we opened up the Telegram. I'm trying to get the focus back in the XenBlocks Telegram. Get the focus back on the node running because that's way more important than XenMaps. But a lot of people want to talk about XenMaps because it's the most it's fun and simple and new. So if we want to talk about XenMaps, come over to the Telegram. Feel free to ask me questions. We're just hanging out in there. Same as Fucks and Balancer. Don't sleep on DRC20s. I need to get some Doge. No Doge for me. All right. So we got our full node testnet. We got the file here. So let's go ahead and separate this. I'm gonna minimize this window. We'll put our GitHub on one side. We'll put our stuff here. I just want to see, make sure you guys can see the bottom of the window. I'll move this up here just like that. Maybe I could go top to bottom. That might be cooler. Hey, I hear you guys coming in. What's up, Dingo Mick? Welcome. Welcome to the Telegram. All right. Cool. Okay, so got our session set up. We're connected to our VPS where we're going to run the node. First thing is to get the GitHub. So we're going to type in github.com fair crypto go x1.git. Oh wait, git pool. I forgot. Fair crypt. Probably case sensitive. Definitely want to make sure you got your capitals correct. Maybe, what is the, am I being an idiot here? Oh, it's git clone, not git pull. Alright, so we're cloning the GitHub repository. First I gotta install the dependencies. So it's running the apt update-y. And then we're gonna apt install golang, get, git, and make. Thanks, Tic Tac. I know, I'm being stupid. I've been messing around with the GitHub desktop. I've never played with that until this weekend. And I got git push and git pull. But the correct command is git clone. Alright, so now we can open up our folder. We're gonna make x1. Alright, so it's downloading the stuff. Fatal error. So, malform module and path. So let's check our version. So we're running 1.313. We need to update to 1.2. So, this is where we call in our old buddy, old pal, ChatGPT. I'm gonna say, how do I update Golang to 1.2? So first we're going to remove the old version. So now we're going to, I'm going to try this one. This might not work. Hopefully this is the correct version. I should probably look in the documentation. Why don't we do that? I was hoping there'd be like a version. What is the latest version of Golang or Ubuntu? So it is 1.2. Okay. So we'll go here. We're going to run the sudo tar. It's going to download the tarball, which is basically a zip file if you're familiar with Windows. So we're going to download the zip. It's not recoverable. Exiting now. So it doesn't exist. We're going to have to find... Oh, that might be the... where I'm downloading it to doesn't exist. Sudo tar c. Hating. Command to update, go to download, and update Golang 1.2. Sometimes ChatGPT's data is just too old. You got to grab the new stuff. So we got our gist, our gist. So first run the removal. Ah, they're up to 1.8. Hopefully 1.8 is... So we're getting an error message. Let's go pop it into... Yeah, it's trying to download it to a weird folder. So we're gonna update this command. You love the reggae vibes? Hell yeah, Tech Ken. Scroll up. Would this work? So I'm still relatively new to Linux, so a lot of these commands I'm still learning. So that's the working directory. But I got that. What does it mean, TPT? Go and download first. What's up, Nick Geiger? Welcome. We're setting up the Go node. I'm just looking for the command to update Go to the latest version. I'm just trying to download the tarball. You said scroll up here. Is it in here? Oh. This is my user, and this is the command. Can you update to run as my user? I think I'm just having some stupid, like, syntax commands. In this folder. Certainly. To run the command... No. No, I want to run as sudo. That is a... I've done this before too. We only need 1.21, so that's probably part of my issue is I'm running the command to do 1.8. Let's see if that'll... So it's not installed, so that's good. Ah! Download the specific binary release. That's what we need. Why? Why not? What the fuck happened to YSL? I know, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's where the manipulation is. That's where the question should have been asked. And it may have just been a disgruntled community member. You know, we don't know the story. It could have been the team. Maybe they dumped their team allocation. You know, then now they can get the team. I don't know. I don't know what the story is there. Oh, I see. All right, so let's do this. Useful GPT lists. Maybe that's what it was. That's what it was. I'm not even using the right command. Okay, so now we got... So if I type in go version... Oops. Now we have to install it. So we downloaded the tarball compressed file. Now we have to install it. So we're extracting it. Now, does this have us set our variables here? Okay, so go version. Go version. There we go. All right. So we're making some progress. We're up to go 1.21. Now we have to apply the environment variable change. That just tells your system, hey, there's some new variables. I'm not sure which one it did, so let's go and do both. And we're still there. So that's good. Okay. So now we can run our make command, and hopefully now that we're on the right version of Go, we will get there. All right, so we got an error. Let's see what this says. Ah. I have a feeling it's with the system variables, but we'll see. I don't trust ChatGPT. Shout out to the 20 watchers. We're just setting up the X1 node. I'll pop the the GitHub in the chat here. All right. Oh yeah, I didn't run the Go mod tidy. That basically grabs the configuration files and sets them. So that makes sense why it. Okay. It's thinking about something. What does this mean while we let it think? Seems like you've run the command. The command is running successfully. Command stuck. Are you making? If you want the M to respond to the same when you exit the putty session, you need to add it to the other profile. Ah, that's right. You're right. You're right. Normally I do this in the TMUX session. I'm not in the TMUX session right now. You said wait? Yeah, that's what I figured. It looks like it's doing something. It makes sense. Makes sense. So we're basically running the make X1 is compiling the C. I believe might be a good question for Tic Tac, but I believe it's compiling the C into a program that we can actually execute. So the repository that we downloaded, this is all like the C code, and then we use the make to create the actual executable file. That not the executable file like in the sense of Windows, but the file that the system will run. Okay, so now we're gonna run cp build x1 user local bin. Run the test node, run it. Boom. It's too big. Look at that. All right, now we gotta lower the font so I can see what the hell's going on. So let's take it down to like 14 maybe. All right, it's moving pretty fast. Something's happening. Just want to go a little smaller in the font. There we go. There we go. Look at this. So it's synchronizing something here. You can see the gas used, the index, the ID, the age. So these must be X1 transactions. Cool. Run with XenBlocks reporting enabled. Run with RPC server enabled. Run with RPC server open to the world. Only run if you know what you're doing. That's kind of the reason why I like to use the VPS for this kind of stuff, is like, I don't want to be broadcasting from my home internet. So I buy this little VPS, I pay $5 a month, and it lets me do this type of stuff. So I'm not doing it from the privacy of my own home with my own internet. And, you know, my ISP at home sees that all this, like, I'm connecting all over this, like, this botnet across the world or something. It's like, no, guys, it's a blockchain. They're going to be like, we don't care. You're a hacker. You're breaking the network. So I use like stuff like Contavo. It just kind of segregates it from my home connection. After it adds all the blocks. Gotcha. So it's basically syncing all the blocks. Nice. So I'm curious of these different options. Like, do I want to be running it open to the world? Is that how we sync up with the list? Or what happens here? It takes a village after it adds all the blocks. I feel it. Yeah, it does take a village, man. I really appreciate your help. Man, I'm still cracking up at that video you posted. I had to show that to my wife earlier. It's like that music group, that Swedish music group. And the dude's just banging the guy's head in the car trunk. Oh my god, I was cracking up. That shit's so funny. That's good. All right, so let's take a look at this open to the world script. So starts X1, it starts the testnet, enables HTTP service on the node, which allows HTTP-based interactions with the node. Well, we're already doing that on this machine with the Explorer, so that's okay. It sets the HTTP service to listen on port 8545. As long as it's not port 3000, I'm cool with that. Binds the HTTP service to all network interfaces. Allows virtual hosts to access the HTTP service. So it's basically just running a web server. That's fine. We'll do that. Okay, so I want to set this up though. So I'm going to go here. We're gonna exit. We're gonna exit. Oh no, I didn't mean to exit that. Too far, guys, too far. I thought I was in WSL. You meant about. Gotcha. The reason why I'm restarting this is because I wanted to run in my TMUX session. Oh god, which one? Let's go X1, right? Cool. Now we're serving to the web. So this is like, this VPS is pretty cool. So we got our node. We got the new node. We got our modified sync node, which grabs the files and puts them into the explorer.hashhead.com or .io, explorer.hashhead.io. And then we have the actual metabase server. So worst thing that could happen here is that I lose these programs. Hopefully I don't get hacked. So I wonder how long it takes for it to show up on the node list. Is this the node list? Oh, that's the RPC endpoint. Hell yeah, that's what's up. That was pretty. I mean, the hardest part by far was figuring out how to get the correct version of Go. That seems to be the showstopper. Once you get the correct version of Go, it's like it's nothing. Cool. What else we got going on? I'm currently trying to update the XenMaps website. So I've been working on some code logic. Obviously the button code logic here is bad. Sometimes the buttons work. If you're on the wrong network, it'll try to submit a transaction on the wrong network. So there's a lot of just little bugs like that I'm trying to get out before the end of the weekend, before I got to go back to work. Instead of 1 minute there until it fully syncs. Ooh, something happening. Peer connected. Unless I just clicked off of it. Very cool. So we'll let that do its thing. Let's go check out someone's got to have gotten yeah, let me see. So this is not something that I thought I really expected would be as fun as it is, but people are just coming in here minting some random XMaps. Okay, so node.XenMap already exists. That's funny. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm on the... And this is what I mean, like there we go. So now it's reading the correct network. So we're gonna get node.XenMap. So we can quickly... That's a good one. I'm surprised that one's not taken. I'm surprised Aiden Augmented didn't take that one yet. When you quote the source, it actually executes it. Source profile, for example. In Ubuntu, you would have bash rc is the best option. Gotcha. Yeah, that's when... Okay. Very cool. See, I'm stuck in Windows land. I'm used to double-click exe, run as admin. So node.XenMap, we just set up a new X1 node on the live stream. Follow at Tree City West. So we're gonna write that on our XMAP. So we'll give that a second to execute. And here we go, node.XenMap. We just set up a new X1 node on the live stream. Follow at Tree City West. Why don't we go pop this in the Telegram? It's a slow night when you're doing stuff like this. Gotta love it. So now you can see on 12.3, we set up an X1 node on the live stream. That's so fun. Cool. Welcome, welcome. All right. Well, I think that's about it. I don't really have much else to say. We got the node set up. Let's see how it's doing. Peer connected. Last block. 19801. Epoch 79. So I'm not sure if this is the fest. Cool. Regardless. Before we wrap it up, we'll check out the Explorer. So if you head over to hashhead or explorer.hashhead.io, have this very basic XenBlocks Explorer. It's a bit slow, and it's actually running on the same VPS that we're running that node on. So there's a lot happening on that VPS. It'll be a little slow, but it does work. So all you have to do is clear out the default address, pop in your own address, and it'll actually search my database. It's just a basic Postgres database. And it'll search it. It'll give you your total blocks, your total super blocks, your Zunis. Gives you some nice graphs, some interesting information, and it's kind of a cool place to see. And I kind of had an epiphany with this today, where So you can see I'm up to 12,251 total regular blocks. So during the live stream, I like to come over here, make sure I'm on the XenBlocks network, and I make sure that my balances match. So yeah, I have 12,251 regular blocks, and MetaMask says I have 122,510 Xenium. It's just kind of a very basic test, letting me know that the database is fully synchronized. So we're up to 21 super blocks, 6,500 Zuni blocks, and you can see I went a couple days only using my home GPUs, you know, my GTX 1080 and my RTX 6070, and it was going pretty slow. I got 10 blocks that day, 18 blocks that day. And then on Thursday, it was either Thursday or Friday, I ended up running another cloud GPU. Yeah, it was Friday. So then in the last 24 hours, I've done 99 total blocks, including Zuni. So it's kind of interesting to see that tick up. But you can see I've just been grinding. You can see my last 10 super blocks. I did get a super block on November 22nd. Haven't had one since, but it's cool to see these little tick ups. But one of the cool things that relates back to XenMaps. So say you're curious about a block on XenMap and you want to know, you can actually come over here, click on the block search tab, type in the block number, and you can get the hash information in the miner and stuff. So this should say it's a super block. Ugh, motherfucker. I gotta fix that. It's searching for Zunis again. This is the bug in the SQL statement. But anyways, it's a super block that was mined at the top of the hour, so it thinks it's a Zuni, but it's actually a super block. But anyways, you can see that I mined it. It's got the key, the hash. It's created on 11/22, 6:18 a.m. Block number 6 million. So that's kind of cool to see. But then you can take this over and check to see if the XenMap is available. Obviously, we're going to have better options when the mainnet goes live, but it's kind of cool to see how the dynamic is shifting. Things are kind of getting fun. So, yeah. We're up to 7 million, cracked 7 million blocks. In the XenBlocks chat earlier, I said we're approaching 10,000 blocks, so maybe we should have a party. Maybe we should have like a Twitter space or a community, have a XenBlocks mega stream with all the people talking about XenBlocks. We can get Simple and Crypto Bruh and myself and Zensu and, you know, all the people that are all about it, you know, all the influencers in the Zen community. I want to get them together for a mega stream. Maybe we could have like a 10K super block party on the network. You can see the miners still moving sideways, kind of fluctuating. Difficulty slowly creeping up. We do have a couple big miners over the last 24 hours. So this guy right here, he's got over 5,000 blocks. No one else has over 5,000. This guy has 5,400. He's basically getting 3.79 blocks a minute, 227 blocks an hour. And he's got to have a lot of hash power. That's a lot of hash power. You can actually see how much hash power he has over on Zen.pub. Shout out to Joseph. He's got so much better stats. He's the data professional. Yeah, I'm the novice. I'm like the junior developer. These guys are the real things. So if we go to the dashboard here, I believe we can see the top miners and their hash power. Hey, what happened to my... the hell, green screen? I just looked up at the screen and noticed. Ah! Come back! Oh god, that's even worse. What happened? I'm losing my mind all of a sudden. Now I lost the YouTube chat. I don't know what anybody's saying. Shout out to Tic Tac. It's just me and you, buddy. It's amazing anyway. That can always be addressed. Do you have the option to see all the block numbers for a particular address? Just to lever. I do. So, and that was another bug that I found today. So if you come over to the, we'll go back there. It's actually the third tab. And it's also the slowest tab. But all blocks by account. I found it only the software limitation will only return 2,000 records at a time, so it'll give you your last 2,000 records. but and I have like 12,000, so it's barely any. But you know, if this is just kind of a dummy account, I bought the CNS name, but yeah, you can search that and it'll show you all the blocks mined with the hashes, with the date and the block number. So that's pretty cool to see. Yeah, that's the idea. It's all starting to come together. It's really cool. But on that note, I think I'm gonna go work on this front end. This thing is garbage and I want it to work for everybody. So I'm definitely gonna go clean this up. I love the look of it. I love how simple it is. I love how these black text boxes look. But really, we want to make the buttons work. The buttons, the wallet, MetaMask functionality is completely broken. Make sure you're on the right network because it will let you submit a transaction on Ethereum even though it doesn't exist there. So definitely want to clean that up. I'm going to try to have those updates pushed out by the end of the night, at least by the end of the weekend. But on that note, we're going to wrap it up. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to do 2 streams tomorrow. We'll try to do the members only stream in the morning, and then we'll do another live stream to wrap up the Sunday. But I hope you guys have a good Saturday night. I am heading out. It's 10 o'clock here Eastern time. Probably get a little late night snack, sit down, and crank away, grind away at this code. Learning all about React and JavaScript, and it's fun. It's easy. ChatGPT is a huge help, so it's pretty nice. But all right, well, hope you guys have a good weekend, have a good Saturday night, and we will be back tomorrow. Yeah, shout out to Tic Tac Snow. Thanks for the help setting up the node. So the hardest part was definitely getting the Go updated, and the worst part is that I knew that, and I still had problems. I couldn't just run the command. I had to find the right version. I was trying to install 1.8 instead of 1.2, and it was kind of all messy. So we should be back at it now. We'll continue to watch. We'll follow up on this throughout the week. So thank you guys for hanging out, and we will be back. Tree City West is out. Tree City West is out. Peace. Stay zen.